Down to it, Zaka. Stay on with us. Let's share with our viewers the first two aspects. There are two questions that we've posed part of this entire survey that we will reveal to you now in this special broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. The first question on India's biggest UCC survey that we'd like to reveal to you, that we posed to Muslim women across the country, is: do you support a common law for marriage, divorce, adoption and inheritance? So that was the question that was asked. Let's take a look at the responses that have come. The responses are an overwhelming 67.2% have said yes, 25.4% have said no, and there are a 7.4% who are still sitting on the fence, who say don't know, can't say. But look at the number there, an overwhelming majority, 67.2% support a common law for marriage, divorce, adoption and inheritance. This is the News 18 Mega UCC survey where we ask the question that do you support a common law for marriage, divorce, adoption and inheritance? 67.2% have come out and said yes, 25.4% have said no, and 7.4% are still sitting on the fence and who say don't know, can't say, ladies and gentlemen. But then there is another aspect that we need to bring together. Like Zaka said, that we have also looked at various parameters and we've said what age group are you on, what social strata, education, and how does that make a difference. Let's try and understand and see this grouping or the breakup. The support for a common civil law on marriage, divorce, adoption and inheritance, when it comes to the younger group, 18 to 44 years, the number is inching towards 70%, 69%. But it does drop when it comes to the seniors, 44 plus years. But look at that. It's a 9% drop, but still way above the majority number. 60% of women, Muslim women above 44 plus years, want a common law, support a common law for marriage, divorce, adoption and inheritance. 18 to 44, 69%, largely educated graduates, and that percentage goes up to 69%, an overwhelming number. Let's take these numbers and we'll stay with these numbers and let's bring in Zaka. Zaka, so there is a huge understanding, need for a cause even among Muslim women, and 18 to 44, the younger group, is an overwhelming support for a common law.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, 67% in the entire sample of 8,000 plus, which is 2 out of 3 women who were surveyed, are in favor of a common law when it comes to personal matters like inheritance, property rights, succession, marriage, etc. And even in that, as you were explaining, the demographics are very interesting. The younger you are, the more educated you are, the support goes up. In fact, amongst graduates plus, it was a couple of points higher. It was closer to 70%, whereas for the overall sample, it was 67%. And similarly, if you were to look at even the age profile, 18 to 44 was slightly higher, a couple of percentage points higher than in the older section. In the 60 plus section, that figure of 67 comes down by about 7%, I think. It comes down to about 60%. So I think there is a very nuanced sort of picture that is emerging as well. Even within the community, even within Muslim women, it turns out that the more educated you are and the younger you are, the chances of you sort of wanting a uniform personal law when it comes to personal matters like marriage, succession, etc., is far higher than if you are less educated and, of course, on the other side of 60, which means if you are not a young person. So I think it's very clear that a large majority of Muslim women do indeed favor personal laws uniformed across for not just the community but for all Indian citizens. And like I gave you the example, I mean, in terms of inheritance of property, there is no reason why a daughter can only get 1/4 share of property, whereas the son gets half. I think that discrimination is what is leading to a large number of our survey respondents, at least, to say that there should be uniformity when it comes to personal law.
Yeah, even in the case of adoption, in the case of marriage, in the case of divorce, there are so many issues that come to light and that have been brought upon in this survey. The findings are interesting, very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned with us through the day. Zaka, stay on, please. We've got Sarah Shah Halim, social activist, and Zakir Somanji, author and activist, with us. Namaste, ladies. Thank you very, very much for joining us. Your thoughts. Let me first ask you, Would you say aye, Zakia Somanji? Do you support a common law? Do you support a common law for marriage, adoption, inheritance, divorce?
Anand, let me begin by congratulating you and the News 18 for this survey. It's a very, very important initiative that you have taken. And let me also say I'm not at all surprised with the results. Because if you remember earlier, before at the Triple Talaq movement, we had also done a survey of the Muslim women across 15 states, 5,500 women, and an overwhelming number of them wanted reform. They wanted a equal share in property. They wanted an end to polygamy, and that time they badly wanted an end to Triple Talaq. So I congratulate News 18, and I have been, part of this process somewhat. I have been aware that your survey has been going on, and I have contributed in my own little way.
Lovely.
So yes, it deserves, big congratulations to you. Now the thing is that we have to address the gap between what the women want, what the women are entitled to, and what is it that the clergy and the politicians would insist on, giving. So as you rightly said, the opposition by the Personal Law Board has been in the name of a common law or a UCC being an attack on religious identity. But I also feel that, this is about patriarchy allowing to continue to rule the roost, because even Quranic rights, even rights given by Allah have not been, have not accrued for the Muslim women on the ground. And now the Muslim women in the last 20, 30 years, they have become very, very aware. And again, I am not surprised that the younger ones and the educated ones are more vocal. In fact, I feel if at all the numbers would be higher, the numbers demanding change, the numbers demanding equality, the numbers demanding justice would be higher than, what has come out in this survey, if at all. So I think it's a very positive development for our country. It's a positive development for our secular democracy. Only thing is we have to take care to leave politics out of it as much as we can. I know it's a tall order to say that. It's easier said than done. But the Law Commission has initiated this exercise, and we have to all, engage with this exercise in the spirit of democracy, collaboration, inclusion, and affirmative action. And I really hope that even the opposition parties will participate in this exercise in a very meaningful way.
Frankly,
it's
Zakia
very good that you have given a voice to the Muslim women. They have been, unheard, by and large.
Frankly, Zakia ji, with all humility, on behalf of the network, I'd accept the congratulations, because this is a team effort. Like I said, 844 network reporters have gone ahead, and I know that you have also helped them reach out to women who have been able to answer. 90%, as Zaka said, and we've put out here, 90% plus of the women did not shy of revealing their name, age, identity, whereabouts. We have withheld that because with respect to their privacy.